What up? What's going on? Question. Come November the 5th, this Tuesday, will black people be better off once everyone knows who's the president of the United States for the next 4 years? Like, will our lives be better than November the 3rd, 2nd, 1st, October the 31st, October the 30th, October the 30th, 2023, 2022, 2021, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is the question. And I know some of you all are going to say, man, we have to wait until, in the inauguration day, like January the 20th, when he's sworn in, or she. And then some people may go a little further than that and say, hey, listen, we still got to deal with Bidenomics, for the first 2 years when Donald Trump is in, or Kamala Harris. And then during the third and fourth year of their presidency, whomever that may be, then we get to see the policies issued in. Well, the question is, do black people have enough time on their hands? Are they that patient enough to wait for change? See, I caught on to this game that they throw us every 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And in this particular, time, blacks kind of caught on to things. They said to themselves, hey, man, we always vote Democrat. And every time we vote Democrat, the Democrats take our vote. They don't give us no promises. They don't offer anything. They just think that we're supposed to vote for them. And if we don't, and I quote Joe Biden, if we don't vote Democrat, then we ain't black. So a lot of us black folks left the Democratic plantation and put identity politics to the side. This time we said we're going to make it right. Instead of voting for someone just because they're black, no, we're going to vote for the person that's most qualified to do the job. So we hopped over from the Democratic plantation over into the Republican plantation, thinking that we did the right thing. Straight up. And I give it to you all. You took little baby steps, but not big ones. And it doesn't make a difference whether it's the jackass or the elephant, the red or the blue, the left wing or the right wing. It's the same goddamn bird. Straight up. So you said, hey, I remember when Donald Trump was president of the United States. I had more money in my pocket. The economy was good. So therefore, I'm going to vote for him. Because during these 4 years, while Joe Biden and Kamala Harris was in the White House, things have gone bad. The immigrants are coming over here taking our jobs. Inflation and hyperinflation is on the rise. Our country is at an all-time low. And I get it. But my question to you is, do you truly believe that a businessman has, wow, man, has you in mind, has your best interests? Because last time I checked, no matter what president was in the White House, whether it was Republican or Democrat, we've always had debt. Yes, our country America, spelled with 3 Ks, is in debt to countries like Japan and China. It's to the point where we haven't even paid off the principal because we're still paying interest on the money that we borrowed. And guess who's paying back the money? The American taxpayers, such as ourselves. Plain and simple. Who's going to fix that? Is Donald Trump going to fix it? Or is Kamala Harris going to fix it? Last time I checked, out of the 50 years that I've lived on this planet, and the several presidents that I've seen come and go, they've never changed the gap between the rich and the poor. I'm just trying to understand this. Is the person that you have voted for or will vote, if you haven't voted already, going to change that? Such as a Donald Trump. Or have you just fell for the okie doke, just like how everyone fell for the okie doke when it came to Ronald Reagan? And you may ask yourself, well, what do those two people have in common? Both of them were and are actors. See, fuck policy. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of things. Like the essential things that we need in life, which is food, shelter, and clothing. And when are these things going to be addressed? Like the food deserts that's in our communities. The genetically modified foods that run rampant through our grocery stores. Well, you got to go in the grocery store and say nowadays, well, you know, man, I got to get the food, the food that got the 9 in front of it because I know that that's organic. And the other ones that got the 4 and the 2 and the 1, those are conventional, and they may have genetically modified food. Like, come on, man, this is... Who's to say what's organic and what's genetically modified? Because all they got to do is put a PLU number on there, a sticker, and you won't be able to tell the difference. Yeah, I heard Kamala Harris talk about price gouging and how, you know, she wants to nip people in the bud, or companies and corporations in the bud that are charging people astronomical numbers when it comes to product. But what about good product and good service? What about our clean drinking water? When it comes to these companies and corporations such as Halliburton, that's using fracking as a method to extract the natural gas out of the earth, while in the process of them breaking up the rocks in order to take that gas out, they use chemicals called forever chemicals that get caught in our clean drinking water. I want to know which candidate is going to attack that. Who's going to put these companies and corporations in check for the regular common folks such as ourselves? I want to know. And why does it have to be a Republican or a Democrat in order to do this? In order to get the job done? Shouldn't this be where both parties come together and solve this? Why do we have to go through these games every 4 years? Knowing that the people that are elected are hand-picked. And at the end of the day, as it's business as usual. They get in to the White House and do nothing, at least for black people. And I know what you're going to say. It's not a black thing. It's an American thing. And why. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. I'm black. And I want something done for us. But not just for us, because what I'm talking about affects white, black, brown, yellow, green, purple people. Straight up. Based on how the housing market is going, I'll never be a first time homeowner. Ever. Ever. Why? Because you have corporate landlords that's just buying up homes and now the American dream is not the American dream to be owned but rented. And don't tell me that Donald Trump or Kamala Harris is going to get in and regulate this and this and that, so forth. That's bullshit. This is a free market. It's not government regulated. So there's nothing that these people could do when it comes to the housing market. Little to nothing. I'm just trying to understand. Make me understand. Are black people going to be in a better position come November the 5th? Or you want to say when he's sworn in or she is sworn in January the 20th, 2025, than we were last year, the year before, 40 years ago, 60 years ago. I'm just trying to understand this because, see, this is the thing. Everybody knows this. It's a saying that goes around. And it's, if you do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, that's pure insanity. So when I listen to a guy named Anton Daniels, listen to me. When I listen to a guy named Anton Daniels that has, I think, close to 500,000 subscribers following him, and he says shit like, this is the new generation. And the new generation, we do things different. This is the generation of change. And I'm assuming he's talking about the millennials and the Gen Zs. And that the old school, or old heads, or old generation was the Gen X's. And they voted Democrat. We're not like them no more. We don't deal with identity politics. We're not going to choose a candidate just because they're black. We're going to go over to the other side. We're going to do things different, new. And we're going to vote Republican. And I'm saying to myself, I'm going to quote Anton Daniels. I'm just like him. I'm a C- student myself. And oftentimes when people say things, they got to say things to me in order for me to comprehend it 2 to 3, if not 4 times. So I've listened to this man a couple of times say that shit. And I'm saying to myself, my man, what are you talking about? This ain't nothing new. Blacks voted Republican before, and they vote Democratic, and they vote Republican, and they vote Democratic. But either way, you're still getting fucked. Because out of all these years that we voted, nothing has changed. Our communities are bad, if not worse off than what they were years ago. So if you want to say that there's a change in our community, on black folks, yes, it's a change for the worse. The reality of it is we should do something new and different. And that thing that we should do that's new and different is not vote at all. And to tell America spelled with 3 Ks, if you want us to participate in your method of democracy, your way of democracy, or way of life, then you're going to have to give us more than one candidate and party, overall party. So I don't just want to have on the ticket a Republican candidate, a Democratic candidate, or independent. I want to have a variety, like just like when this is the American way. If I go in Dunkin' Donuts, I'm getting 12 different varieties of donuts that I could choose from. And I want you to lower that age too. Because I truly believe if a person fits the description of who and what a president should be, no matter what age they are, they should be the next president. And that is a man with integrity. A man that's about the people. And notice I said a man. Because I truly believe that a woman, if you were to put her in that seat, she'll rule or lead with her emotions. Which brings me back to Donald Trump. I don't think that he's a good candidate because Donald Trump is a businessman. And he'll lead with his pockets. Real talk. These same companies and corporations that fuck us over daily are the same ones that he's in bed with. Real shit. People kill me when they talk, they leave comments in the comment section of my videos like, yo man, if you're going through this and that and, you need to invest. You need to get into stocks. Wall Street. And it's like, so let me get this right. I've said this 1,000,001 times. So now I'm going to take my money and put it in the hands of someone, a company and corporation that's fucking me over. So now you want me to invest in getting fucked over. Like, when are we going to get it, black folks? When are we going to wake up and understand that it doesn't make a difference whether we vote Republican or Democrat? It just depends on how you want to get fucked. Like, the Democrats, they like to pick you up and bang, bang, bang. While the Republicans, they like it doggy style. The Democrats like to talk to you and let you know, don't worry about it. I'm going to ease it on in and I'm going to do a couple of pumps and then I'm done. The Republicans over here don't like talking. They want to put a paper bag over your head and just bang you out in the dark. It's your choice. Straight up. Let me tell you something, man. This shit that's going on right now as far as dealing with politics and who's going to be the next president, this ain't no fucking democracy. It ain't. It's real talk. Like, straight up, this country wasn't built on democracy. These savages that came from Europe and came over here to the so-called New World, their agenda wasn't about democracy. It was about let me slaughter and decimate everything and build on top of what I took away from the indigenous people of this land. Now you want to have civilized debates. Now it's all about democracy, and you can choose who you want to be your leader. Yeah, right. It's the same bullshit that white America pulls every 4 years. Shit ain't never changed. And if you expect for this shit to change because you done jumped over to the Republican side, then guess what? You deserve what the fuck you get. Straight up. You deserve what's coming to you. Because, yeah, true indeed, you may sit back and say, man, when Donald Trump was in office, you know, I had money in my pocket. But how was the racial climate? Or was it racial tension going on? Like, yeah, true indeed, you might have had some money in your pocket, but at the same time, did you have to watch your back? See, this is the thing, if you don't know. You don't know anything about me and the way that I think as far as dealing with politics. I'm neither or. I'm about people. And what we need to do is stop putting our responsibilities, our families, friends, loved ones, in the hands of our politics. Because when you do that, especially when you don't even know who the fuck you really voting for. People, you really don't know who the fuck Donald Trump is or Kamala Harris. When you do that, you're just asking for trouble. Straight up. They are not formed by the people. Their interest is all about themselves. And people that have invested in them. That's it. So, black people, you're going to have to make a decision in life. Whatever that decision is, November the 5th, you're going to have to live with it. That plain and simple. I'm out.